It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys reigning league MVP. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done to controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something Frank in the league.
On play action, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Green brings it in. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that?
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play. not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Prescott. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. The CD, you know he's got great options of wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and it's complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And again, it's Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. Damian Harris with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just only know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season. Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 21. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Aguilar. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Finding room at midfield. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Right back to him on first down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd and 9. Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. And the reception made by Green. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have... They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 144 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Dak's going to keep it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL. Yeah,
and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And then I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Dallas, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll see the Cowboys' versatile running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Cards on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
The Cowboys offense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And all eyes on this man, their star running back. His guys are in the playoffs. They punched their ticket already. I guess the question, though, how much do we see from him in this final week?
Brandon, I'm not sure. Some coaches like to play it safe, make sure they pull their guys and not play them in a game like this. And others say, we're playing this bad boy out.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see myself. Some coaches play it safe. Others, I guess, say, hey, we can't just turn it on and off. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Here's Prescott. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, and they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Right back to him on first down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running through the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Prescott off play action. And caught right side, Green. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Prescott down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 148 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. Balance in this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
12 more yards there and another first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and And now Dallas gets set to take the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 201 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10, and the Cowboy first down.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.